All right, hello ALEKS students. So in this video, I'm going to talk about navigating to different topics within learning mode. So sometimes you're going to be wanting to either work on different topics within your current objective, or you're going to want to review previous topics from previous objectives. And this is sort of maybe it's somewhat hidden, but this video will hopefully show you how to navigate around two different topics. So obviously you'd be familiar with this page here. This is my current objective. So right now we can see that I'm in this stoichiometry objective. I've got 13 remaining topics to work on. All of these other objectives, previous objectives, are locked right now because this is my current objective. And within that current objective, I can see all the different topics that I can be working on. If they have the lock, that means that I need to work on other things first. That means that there's some prerequisites. So if I click on this one, it will say, first you should work on stoichiometric coefficients, which is this topic over here. If there isn't a lock, then you can go ahead and click on that and you could work on that specific topic. So you can navigate within an objective just by checking out this carousel, checking out what's unlocked, available for you to work on. Now, at some point in time, you might want to go back and review some of these other topics from these previous objectives. So let's say that you've got a quiz coming up and you want to revisit some of these ionic compound topics or some of these atomic structure topics that you've already learned. So if you've already learned it, so I've learned all of these 100% atomic structure topics, I can go to filters and then filter by review topics. So if I click here, review, and what this is going to do is it's going to filter out all the topics that I've already learned. So if I go up here, even though these show that they're locked, this is going to show me how many topics in that objective I have available to review. And if I click on measurement, I can see these are the 15 topics that I've already learned in this objective, and I can click on any of these and I can review them, get more practice when I'm in this review mode. Now, this doesn't mean that you can work on topics that you haven't done before, right? So if we wanted to try to go to ionic compounds, these ionic compounds are all going to be locked because I should really be working on my current objective that's due. So once you finish this current objective, if you want to go back and work on these ionic compounds topics, you need to enter what we call OpenPy mode. And you can access OpenPy mode really at any time if you finish an objective early. So if you wanted to go back and work on some of these ionic compounds, so to work on your current objective, but if you wanted to go back and work on some of these, even though they're all locked, what you'd have to do first is finish all of these stoichiometry topics because this is what's due next, and you need to get a grade for that first. If you finish these before the due date, then you'll be able to go back and work on these remaining ionic compounds topics that you haven't learned yet. But that is different. If you've learned it, then you can always click review and go back and learn those topics. So hopefully you find that helpful, and let me know in the comments if you've got any questions about any of that. Cheers.